Hello and welcome back to this channel. Dear students, today's topic is IoT, that is Internet of Things based industrial automation technique. Now, as the name indicates, it is the modern automation technique which is used to monitor and control certain industrial processes. So, the definition is in this technique, the industrial machines, then sensors, controllers, and actuators are connected using the internet, and then monitoring and controlling operation takes place in the real time. Now, this is the block schematic of the system. The major blocks are sensors, which are used to capture the physical signal, converts it into electrical signal. Then controller, as the name indicates, it provides the controlling actions. Then IoT gateway, it is used to connect the things to the internet. Then cloud platform, which is used to analyze and monitor the things. Then monitoring dashboard, it provides the visual display for the operator, and actuators, which performs the actual physical action. So this is the generalized block diagram. We will discuss the working function of each and every block in detail. Now, in the earlier technique, whenever before using this IoT based automation technique, the people were using the total manual control system. So there are several disadvantages. First disadvantage is the late detection of the fault, as well as human intervention is more required. Then maintenance is periodically required. In such cases, to avoid all these things, this automation, rather IoT based automation technique is used, which requires less maintenance. Then there is a less efforts as far as human operator is concerned. Then monitoring and controlling is performed in the real time, so different control actions can be generated immediately in the real time. Then there are hardly any delays as far as the faults are concerned, so we can identify the faults earlier. So this is the need of using this IoT based industrial automation. Now we will discuss the function of each and every block in detail. So first block is a sensor. We know that we have to monitor or we have to control different physical activities like temperature monitoring, humidity monitoring, and so on. So we need a transducer. Transducer is a device which accepts physical signal and converts it into electrical signal. So this is about the sensor. I have written few important points, so I think I will advise your answer must include these points. So the sensors may be temperature sensor, pressure sensor, humidity sensor, or level sensor. As I mentioned, the function of this sensor block, it is a transducer block, is to convert, to accept the physical signal like temperature, humidity, level, and converts it into electrical signal. Then next block is controller. Output of sensors is given to the controller. It is the major block. You can say it is the brain of the entire system. So the functions of controller are process information, then it executes different control logics, then it generates different control signals. So main controllers which are used in industrial automation processes are PLC, that is programmable logic controller, then Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and so on. The output of the controller is given to the IoT, Internet of Things gateway. So IoT gateway connects industrial devices to the internet. The major functions includes data transmission, then conversion of protocol. So I have written protocol conversion and the communication management. This is the major function done by the IoT gateway. Then internet, everyone knows. In this case, it is used to transfer the data between industrial devices and cloud servers, because later on we are going to make use of the cloud. Then it is happening in real time, that is, it is used to perform the real time communication. Then remote monitoring can be done, it is possible, as well as remote controlling can be also achieved. Then next block is the cloud platform. Basically, cloud platform stores and analyzes the industrial data. So major functions are data storage, then data analysis, then performance monitoring. So it helps to monitor the performance of particular process, and as I mentioned earlier, early detection of the fault. So for fault detection, this is helpful. Then monitoring dashboard, whatever controlling action is there, or monitoring action is there, that should be available in the visual form, in the graphical form. So this block monitoring dashboard provides the visual display. So it displays process information graphically. Next is the actuator. Now whatever we are generating, I mean, first we captured the physical signal, converted it into electrical signal, then the signal is transmitted through all these blocks, and depending on the requirement we are generating the different signals. For example, in case of controller, if the temperature of a certain plant starts increasing, then in that case the controller generates a signal and it will switch on the cooling fan. Likewise, there are different operations. So everything is done using this, by making use of these blocks. Finally, there should be a device which will accept the electrical signal, because up to this stage the signal is in electrical in nature. So final block must be, it should accept the electrical signal, whatever it is, controlling signal or any logical signal, and convert it into physical actions. This is the major function of the actuator. So actuators examples includes motor, then wall or relays to switch on and off, then different pumps. So it is the device which is used to convert electrical signal into the mechanical signal. That means it performs the physical action. So this is about the block diagram of IoT-based industrial automation system. Now let us discuss advantages, limitations, and applications of this IoT-based industrial automation system. So advantages, I already explained few advantages while discussing the block schematic. So it is the real-time monitoring system, then reduced human intervention, then improved safety, early fault detection is possible, remote operation is possible, then reduced maintenance and better energy management. This is the list of advantages. There are of course certain limitations. So the major limitation is high installation cost, then the system design is complex, and of course we are making use of the internet connection, then cloud platform and so on. So there is a dependency on network connection, and there may be cybersecurity issues. Then applications, there are n number of applications where this automatic system is used in an industrial processing. I have listed few applications. So for smart manufacturing, then in case of chemical industries, then for power plants, then water treatment plants, then equipment monitoring, food processing industries, and warehouse automation. So this is about advantages, limitations, and applications of IoT-based industrial automation process. So dear students, that's it for today's session. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video.